For the second straight year, the RMU men's hockey team will need 6 victories to win the Atlantic Hockey Tournament. That's the Colonials' fate after they finished 8th of 11 teams in the regular season standings, setting up a best-of-3 versus 9-seed Holy Cross. But while that's the lowest finish in the Colonials' 9 years as an AHA member, it was also good enough to lock up home ice for the playoff opener for the 9th consecutive season. Several out-of-town results had to go right last weekend to get RMU to 8th place. But more importantly for the Colonials, they finished strongly, carrying a 3-game unbeaten streak after a sweep of Mercyhurst.
Putting down the building blocks very well the last 4 to 6 weeks, I'd say. I think we've really come together as a team and started moving in the right direction.
RMU pulled off its last-minute push up the standings without the services of injured senior D-man Eric Israel. But veterans and newcomers alike came through, with leading scorer Alex Tonge netting a hat trick and 5 total points against the Lakers, and junior Luke Lynch scoring the game winner on Saturday night. 3 freshman D saw extensive action too: Aiden Gajtka, Brendan McKellian, and Nolan Schaefer. Gajtka even tossed in his first NCAA goal on Saturday night.
I think it's important for all of our guys to be able to do any job at any given moment. That's because that's how it is in playoffs. You never know what's going to come. So the fact that we have not just myself, but guys that can step in and do the job when it needs to be done, I think is definitely going to be a huge factor going forward for us in the playoffs. So,
from the outside, it might seem irrelevant where the Colonials play this series. After all, they were 6-9-1 at home and 6-9-1 on the road this season. But for a team that played 9 of its final 12 in the regular season away from the RMU Island Sports Center, what they pulled off this past weekend against Mercyhurst to secure home ice, probably a little bigger than we might think.
The situation we had coming into the weekend, knowing what we kind of had to do, we really wanted to be home for next weekend, so we're happy about that. And we just know we had to give everything we possibly could. We had a lot of shots all weekend, which is good. Change that up, and I think everyone played, so good. Everyone played hard, and that's all you can ask for from a team, and it showed this weekend.
Having that first round isn't necessarily a bad thing like we saw last year. Some teams who have the bye week kind of just sit around and wait, so it could be a good thing. If we heat up at the right time and get on a roll, we could, I'm hoping we find ourselves back in the tournament.
As team captain Brandon Watt said, not getting the first round bye doesn't mean the hill is too tall to climb. In 2014, RMU went 3 games in the first round against Army before winning the whole tournament. And last year, they went 3 with Bentley in the first round, and it didn't hamstring them when it came to going deep into March.
Yeah, home ice is huge. Just that little extra travel day, and then the travel day after the weekend really builds. You can build off the being tired in the wrong way if you have to do that. So having the home ice is huge, and especially with this second half, we've had 5 or 6 home games, which is kind of unheard of. So we're definitely happy to have it. How about that?
If there's anyone to talk about wear and tear this time of year, it's goalie Frank Marat, one of only 5 Division I goaltenders to start 34 games this season. Although, after watching him play one of his best series of the year versus Mercyhurst, it's hard to say that workload is a concern.
Yeah, no, I feel good. I feel great. I think I managed my practices, my workouts, and everything else well throughout the season, and feeling fresh, good to go.
So the Colonials are playing solid hockey, and they'll square off against a Holy Cross team that they've bested in each of the past 2 springs. This season, the 2 teams split their 4-game season series, each netting 7 goals in the process. It was literally dead even. Every indication is that this best-of-3 will be airtight, but it's hard to blame the battle-hardened Colonials for feeling like they have what it takes to mount another march deep into March.
I think we're right there. It's just a matter of coming down to the wire and turning it on at the right time. I think we get a couple bounces our way and just the little things right, like people bear down at the right times and make it count where it matters.
For RMU Media, this is Matt Gajtka.